Hello, welcome back. So soon after the last one. Another watch long this weekend, the fifth of the weekend so far. Liverpool v Leicester is the next one's kicking off soon. Sam will be joining me just after 8 in about 45 minutes. Varsy's having a cup of tea and he'll be joining me backstage. As soon as he gets backstage, I'll put him into the stream, guys. Again, if you're new to the channel, do smash the subscribe button, do smash the like button as well, and do share the stream around with everyone you know, and all your social medias, all your discords, you name it. And let's keep this channel growing at this very fast rate we've been witnessing for the last 22 days. Big up Alina's already joined us in the chat as well. But yeah, Liverpool v Leicester. Let's go through the lineups. I did go through them already, but we'll go through them again live. Anyway. We'll go for the home team first. Home team. Liverpool gone with Alisson in goal, Joel Matip, Fabinho, Milner, and Andrew Robertson as our back four. Curtis Jones, Naby Keita, Jorginho Wijnaldum in the midfield. 3, Sadio Mane, Bobby Firmino, and Diogo Jota as a front three, because obviously Salah has just himself last night. He's still thinking in Egypt, actually, because he can't come back to the country until he returns a negative test. And on the bench, they've got Nico Williams, Minamino, Phillips, Ovigi, Adrian, Leighton Clarkson, and Konstanios, the left back they bought from Olympiacos during the summer. Leicester, the away team, have gone with Kasper Schmeichel in goal and captain. Fofana, Evans, Fuchs, and Justin as the back four. Mendy, Albright, and Tielemans. Then Barnes, Maddison, and Vardy up front. I mean, can't ask much more than that. If anything, really, if you look at it, Leicester got a good chance here of pulling off an upset. If you really think about it, if you're looking at the lineups, they've got a good chance in, especially the form Vardy's in as well. I'm going to actually, seeing the lineups, say Leicester win 2-1. Melina Wood in the chat, she's going for a 3-2 Liverpool win. Respect to Ray Clements, I saw him as a kid. He was an awesome keeper. Rest in peace, Ray. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Leicester. And a bit of applause. That's a nice touch. Miniature Guinness has joined us in the chat. Hope you're all right. Hope your watch long went well as well, by the way. Congratulations on reaching 1,000 subs, the 1,000 sub mark. Yeah, and also you can see across the screen we've set a new target on the channel already. The next target is the 1,500 mark. That's our next target, guys. As soon as we hit that, we reassess again. Oh dear. Yeah, it's been terrible. It's been not terrible year in so many ways, and losing the players we've lost makes it worse. And we'll have to kick off this game that kicked off, so we are underway. Hopefully we'll have actually goals in this watch-along compared, unlike obviously the last watch-along we just did about 10 minutes ago. It feels like 10 minutes anyway. Oh dear, you're getting the content from me though, guys. Jesus. As I said, Russ and Sam will, as soon as Russ and Sam hit the backstage, they will be brought into the stream. But until then, you've just got me in my mug. So say, you know. Give me 5 minutes, because obviously once Russ joins, I'll send you the link as well. Oh dear. John, can we please have a light check? RC22. So John, you've been given a job already. Oh dear. What if one the attack, by the way, Cater? 22 likes already, guys. Okay, now keep it going. Keep on smashing the likes up. Let's obliterate them likes. And here's Russ. Turn the commentary down because it's Jenny Carragher. Right, Russ, you're back again.
Oh, back again.
Oh dear. Oh, my back is killing me, by the way. My back is actually killing me, so I've got to now send Mario the link as well. Because he needs to talk before he goes mad, apparently. Oh dear. But yeah. So what's your score? Obviously, you said you put a bet on Liverpool to win initially, but seeing the lineup, have you sort of changed your mind a bit?
Well, I do hope Liverpool win only because of my bet. But do they go back top if they? Where are Liverpool in the league?
I'll have a look actually. One sec. Bear with me. Get the Sky thing up. One sec. My thoughts. There we go. Let's have a look. Let it load up and have a look. There you go. Premier League table. I'm going to get up now. It's loaded up now. Currently, sadly to say, that lot down the road are top. If Liverpool win, they have 18, 19, 20. They wouldn't. We need Leicester to win to go top. To knock Tottenham off top.
Well, no, if Liverpool win, they get 21, don't they?
No, Liverpool win, they've got 17, 18, 19, 20 they've got. Leicester have got 18 points. So Leicester,
I'm looking at a live one, sorry.
Yeah. Now, I was going to say now.
Even United are above us, God.
Yeah, they've got, what is it? We got there's only goal difference, though. Hang on a minute. Our goal difference is the same. How are they above us?
We've played one more game, haven't we?
Or is that what they're based it on? Are they taking?
Well, it looks like it. United have only played 8. We've played 9.
Taking the biscuit. If that's the case.
Burnley have only played 7. I don't know how that's happened.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, because they're playing tomorrow.
And
then that'll be 8. Because them Villa, City, United had to miss out their first league game of the season against each other because United and City got the weekend off, match day 1. Idiots. Obviously, Sheffield United looks like Sheffield United are going down. Let's just say how it is. They've got 1 point in 9 games.
That's bad, isn't it?
Burnley are at 2 points. West Brom with 3. Then Fulham with 4. Then it jumps off a bit and goes Brighton 9. Newcastle leads with 11. Man City got 12 points. So these are not that bad. And then, so if we win say if we win to win, results go our way next week in terms of other games and all that, and we win against Wolves, We'd have 16 points, and that will put us level on points with Everton, but put us 7th on goal difference.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing we need to sort of sort out in the next few games as well. Our goal difference, getting the old positive, instead of being a negative all the time. Southampton are 5th though, with 16 points.
I know they've done really well, haven't they?
Good start to the season. What they've played 8, won 5, drawn 1, lost 2, and scored 16, conceded 12, and a goal difference of 4. Yeah. I mean, Chelsea have scored 22 goals, conceded 10. That lot have scored 21, conceded 9. Leicester, as it stands, have scored 18, conceded 9. The defensively, out of the 4 teams there, Leicester got the best defensive record in the top 4.
Mm.
You say if you include if you include in Southampton, that Southampton got the second best defence, I think. I don't know. It is what it is. Stephen Churt. Just 9 games, they've got 30, what, 29, no, 38. We've got 29 games to go now, so we're a bit of a dent in the season already.
We've played all the hard games away, haven't we, though, really?
Yeah.
Well, the supposed.
No, the next big one in terms of the away is that lot down the road in a couple of weeks' time. That's why I'm saying that it's important next week not to change formation and all that, and just keep going with it, persistent, because we did play better with the 11 men.
Mm.
We created a bit more, not fantastic in those, but a bit more than what we have done in previous weeks. It does work. It doesn't help when fucking one of your wingers gets sent off though for being an idiot. Another face an incompetent wanker. Don't want to fucking check the fucking penalty shout.
We're not bitter though, are we? We're fine.
No,
Leicester in.
Oh, fuck up there from Vardy. No, Madison, sorry. Yeah, Leicester in their all white kit as well. But Liverpool can be got at. That's the thing, because they're playing the CDM at centre back, who's not 100% fit either. We've got no decent centre backs that are available.
Is Joe Gomez out for the season?
Yeah, it sounds like it. Got to have surgery, and
so's Van Dijk, isn't they?
Van Dijk, yeah. All they've got is actual centre back wise is Joel Matip. So unless they do some business in January, they could actually lose the title. I'm saying they could win it. They should win it still. Unless they do some business in January and bring someone in, they might actually lose it.
Well, we don't want them to have too much of a good thing, do we?
Oh dear. We're not bitter at all, are we? They only waited 30 odd years.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah, won a Champions League a couple of times before that, though, didn't they? So,
yeah.
Oh, Liverpool in there. Oof.
Oh, Cater again. Oh. Was that a post or a save? And Curtis Jones as well, the shot. The angle also might be the save.
Yeah, save, wasn't it? Schmeichel's foot.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen Stefan for until the last stream we just did about half hour ago. I hadn't seen Stefan in the chat for a long time.
I'm not even going to attempt their surname.
No, not the rest of it. Bloody hell.
Yeah, it's been a couple of weeks since
Yeah.
I last saw them.
Oh dear. Oh, by the way, are you still okay for Wednesday for that would be because obviously I don't know if you saw the poll. 40 Towers won the poll.
Yeah. Oh, did it?
Yeah, so 40 Towers this week. Then in between us next week. Then
Between us.
I can't remember who the third one was. And then literally the last lot are the fourth one would be
Blackadder. Wasn't it?
Peep Show. Oh, the Blackadder was third.
Hmm.
So then the fourth week will be the Peep Show. And then we'll do another poll after that.
Yeah, we'll have to see, mate. So Christmas time, we'll have to because it'll be coming up for Christmas after that, won't it?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true. So might as well do them, then take a few weeks off. Obviously,
yeah, start off in the new year again.
Yeah.
As I say, Christmas, I'm not sure whether I'll be about or not really, because Boxing Day is generally in my house. That's usually a no because we're usually doing other stuff. So won't be around for Watchalong then.
But that's gonna be that's the thing. That's gonna be interesting. How am I about to pull that one off?
Yeah, we'll come out with the Christmas cracker hats on and everything else, and
oh dear,
all your presents and everything else. Oh, I've got a new jacket. I've got a new Christmas jumper. I've got a new Arsenal shirt for Christmas. Oh. What do you think of that human race shirt? Because I'm umming and ahhing about it. Because obviously you can go on the interweb and buy it if you want. I think it's quite nice. I
like it. I think for me, I would have liked it even more if it had the JVC instead of human race on it, because they did the four, didn't they? And two, Arsenal United's one had the human race going across it.
Yeah.
Where the sponsor would be, but Juventus and Bayern Munich had their own sponsors on.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. So if they put JVC on it, I would have that'd be even better. It would have made it even better for me. But it is what it is.
I might get one.
I think we've got 24 likes already for Nelt. That's cool. And also from Facebook, Prince Michael, basically.
Prince Michael, yeah.
Yeah. Could you please drop the link for our game, Frank? I can't drop the link because I'll probably get in trouble by YouTube for doing that and Facebook. But if you go on hesgoal.com, HESgoal.com, it'll be on there. And it'll be you wouldn't be ahead of us that way, and there'll be no lagging or anything like that. Oh dear! Also bloody hell! Almost bloody good save there. Yeah, what was it? Need 200 views, by the way, for the Arsenal stream, by the way, nearly.
How long does someone have to watch it before it actually becomes counted?
No idea. Actually, I have no idea, to be honest.
Because I think on Facebook it's either between 30 seconds or a minute before it's counted as a view.
Probably 30 seconds. Yeah, I think it's 30 seconds on Facebook, I think. Don't hold me to it, though.
I think it is at least 30 seconds, and then it becomes one view. Only because I know a couple of guys who game on there, and
yeah,
I think that's how the algorithm works.
Tahib's joined us in the chat saying, "Oh, you are Teta out, Ryan." Nope.
We have never said that yet.
I wasn't going to. I was holding back on that because I don't want fucking going. Oh, you're waiting, then what are you waiting for?
But we can criticize where appropriate.
Exactly. And that's the difference between us and other channels. Just saying. Just putting it out there.
No names, no.
I'm not giving their names any attention. Got enough as it is.
Where's Sam? Is he having his dinner or what's he doing?
I think he's having his dinner with Jonathan about half hour.
He's always eating. He's always has something in front of him.
I'll tell him that if he's not watching. I'll tell him that.
Yeah, well, when he comes back in, what's for dinner, Sam?
Oh dear. 197 views for the last stream we just did. That's cool. Let's check my watch time now. I need my watch time to go up. Like, massively now. Oh, I'm not updating it now because I'm doing my head in.
Where did Richard go? Did he do his own watch along?
Yeah, literally. So I asked him last night if he's around and all. He said, "I'll let you know in the morning." I woke up. He's not messaged me once today, and I found out he literally come on YouTube, checked a few things out, and yeah, he set up a watch along on his stream. It's fine by me. He's literally doing these things for his channel, obviously at the same time. Wants to grow his channel, but he's always more than welcome to come on as well. If anything, going into this sort of busy period that we've got coming over the Christmas, New Year period, I'm sure we could sort of just talk about maybe taking turns in.
Oh yeah, easily.
He'll host it. He'll host one match day, be it the league or Europa League or whatever. Then I'll host the next one and invite them back and forth like that.
Yeah, it's not hard, is it?
But yeah, it's a switch. It's absolutely no, because obviously he might want to just do it. I don't know. He might want to do something different, a different sort of watch. I don't know. But the idea is there. The thought's out there if he sees this. He's probably like doing his preview stuff, recording for his preview and all that for his channel now.
I know, he loves doing that, doesn't he? He does a preview and then a half-time talk, and then if he's not in the watch along, he does the preview, half-time, full-time,
and the
review after. It's too much, isn't it? Sometimes you're like, oh god. If you've got the time, then that's fine.
Yeah.
That's the only thing is like me having my own channel. I would literally, whenever I'm working and stuff, I just literally wouldn't have the time.
Well, the thing is, what's benefits him as well is he's working from home at the moment because of what's going on. So that sort of helps him as well.
I'll say if you ever have to go back to the office or anything like that, it's just you get home from work and you just don't feel like it. Sometimes you're like, oh, I can't be bothered.
Amazing shot there from Robinson, by the way. Amazing shot.
Hit the corner flag, didn't it?
Yeah. Stefan in the chat is saying this Potch going to Arsenal. ... That would be interesting.
Can't see it.
No, fucking that lot down the road. I'd have an absolute meltdown though.
That'd be funny.
It would be funny for us and brilliant in the same sense, but at the same time as well. Literally, without social media, look at the meltdown they had with Sol Campbell. He was one of their own. So imagine what would happen with social media. The Judas, the traitor, the scummy bastard. We thought he would never do it. He said he would never do it. What's he doing? I'd love it because he's a good manager. It's not big man a bush. Whatever he's aside, he's a good manager for what he is. And in terms of rebuild as well, he did do a good job down that way. Let's not beat around the bush.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, I mean he was.
He just needs to win trophies, and
he never won anything, Dave. But
the only thing
in the league, in the league they got above us, so I think that's one. They could sort of take that as one success.
But literally, if he wants to win trophies in North London, there's only one place he can do that, and that's on the red side. Well, that's the thing. Like you're saying, Poch will go for a big club without any issues. When it comes to Premier League, there's not many clubs aside from City. Well, then, Liverpool that don't have any issues.
Well, yeah. I mean, Man City can spend whatever amount of money they want. I mean, I could see Poch rocking up at Chelsea. I mean, if they don't have a really good season, I mean, I'm sure Abramovich wouldn't have any issue getting rid of Lampard. I'm sure he'd break the bank to get Poch, pay him whatever he wanted.
Melina's saying, drive them likes up the same way Pepe drives Arteta mad.
He drives Sam mad.
Oh, for anyone that's new to the channel, stay tuned because the Pepe rant from Sam Greenwood is incoming.
Oh God!
You don't want to miss it by the looks of it.
Yeah, I think we'll have our first YouTube fight. I think.
Let's first couple dispute on YouTube.
Yeah, I love Sam, but
oh dear.
it's a pretty open game, really. Liverpool,
Yeah,
fancy Liverpool though. They do look the better side though.
Yeah, they are stretching this Leicester's defence more as well, considering.
Yeah, considering the amount of players they got out.
Yeah.
I've got to be nice to Sam actually because he's got his quiz coming up. He'll ban me. He won't send me the link. Oh, there you go. 1-0.
Own goal, isn't it? Own goal.
Yeah.
What a header from Johnny Evans.
Yeah, at least that's my bet looking good anyway. Yes.
What a play.
Where's my phone? Just need. Who else did I have? Lille?
Lille.
Yeah.
Lille. Who are they playing tonight anyway?
Oh God, what was it? Oh, I can't remember. Let's have a look. Lille.
How the hell did he manage to head it in front of his head facing the opposite way of the goal?
Oh, they're playing Lorient. Lorient, our favourite. Lorient.
So yeah, Johnny Evans' own goal in the 21st minute puts Liverpool 1-0 up.
I think Mane was sort of Liverpool look.
Oh, and this again. Oh. And again.
Is that 2-0?
No, fouled the goalkeeper, surely. Is that counted?
I hope so.
Got to be a foul on the goalkeeper.
Schmeichel has a problem. There's two players in there. Let's certainly see it again.
Turn it down so I get copyrighted.
Robertson gets another goal. You think he hasn't really produced there.
Yeah, it's just barged into us. He's getting the ball.
Is that a foul on the keeper? Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, they just threw themselves at the goalkeeper and didn't even go for the ball.
Back in the old days, I'd be giving us a goal, mate.
Oh, yeah. The way modern football is now. Oh, no, don't be silly. Oh, go on. Go on.
Oh, that was close. Barnes.
Skews it wide. Because it's still very end-to-end, isn't it?
And this is what football should be like, though.
Mm.
It's just us that we just don't create anything at all.
Well,
we don't have players running into the box like that.
No, I haven't done that for years.
No, Ramsey was the last player who sort of took it on himself to do it.
Oh, we never really replaced him yet, have we?
But even our strikers don't even get in there. They don't even sort of, so we don't get given penalties that often. It's because we never get players in the bloody box.
Mm. Oh, pardon me.
This has already been a better game than ours. Christ.
Well, this has been a goal in this game, at least. Oh.
How old is Milner, anyway? He's got to be 33, I mean. 32?
He's older than me. I'm, 31, so he's got to be up 32 plus now.
But he still plays week in, week out if you let him.
Mm. Yeah.
He started off at Leeds, didn't he?
Yeah, came through their academy, I think.
He's definitely had a good career. I mean, you couldn't play for Man
Oh, yeah.
City and Liverpool, and he was in
Villa.
Newcastle for a while, wasn't he, as well?
Newcastle, yeah. I think Villa as well, I think. When
Yeah,
they
you're right, yeah.
when they had Martin O'Neill there.
I think he's a bit underappreciated as a player. He is. I think
Hmm.
he's always sort of gone onto the radar, but he'll look back at his career and he'll think, "Yeah, I've done all right."
Hmm.
But he's always been reliable and dependable.
Yeah.
He never got that many caps for England, but I don't know why that was really.
It's like you
He
said,
may
he's
have got loads, but I just don't ever remember him being a
prominent feature, yeah.
yeah. He's captain as well today.
Hmm. I think they've run out of players to do armband to. Let's be honest, all their injuries and positive tests of COVID and all that.
Well, he's experienced and he's been around a block. He knows exactly how to win matches, doesn't he?
Yeah.
It's like Evans as well. I would loved Evans at Arsenal. Play like that.
Well, we were linked with him, and our fan base went, "No, we don't want a Man United reject."
Nah, I think it was it. He just didn't want to come down south, did he? Because he was at where was he before? West Brom, wasn't he?
Man United to West Brom, and that's
we wanted to sign him from West Brom, but he didn't want to move down south, so he moved to
Leicester.
Is that Fofana? Is that a lad who played with Saliba?
Fofana, yeah, literally both came from St Etienne this summer, basically.
Should have bought both of them.
But Saliba was obviously in France and all that. Is the one that's very highly talked about, but for whatever reason, obviously with everything that's gone on in private life, he isn't getting a fucking game at the moment. Oh dear. Big up Alfie and Brandon in the chat.
Is it Alfie and Brandon? There's a two of them.
I don't know. It just says that's the title. I'm covering back, so I'm saying both names. So
Can you both get separate YouTube accounts so we can get double the likes?
Exactly. Yeah, that would be great. Oh dear.
As I say, I don't think I want to get Stefan, Herring, Tonio, Romance and Gothic Writings on the back of your football shirt, would you?
No.
It'd cost you a few quid.
Take up the whole fucking shirt, but we put even put the number on.
3 line. Yeah, you just have a number on your shorts instead.
Here's a new one as well. Stoke High School, apparently.
Brilliant. Stoke High School. Can you all get separate accounts so we can get more likes?
Yeah, the 900 plus students there. Can you all get
1,000 students. Yeah.
Come subscribe.
Send it around reception tomorrow morning.
Yeah, recruiting the next generation of Arsenal supporters via YouTube now.
Yeah, Stoke is I don't think Stoke is probably high on our list of most liked rivals, to be honest.
Oh dear.
But we welcome everyone anyway.
Oh, of course.
If Stoke ever get back in the Premier League, we'll do a watch along.
Oh yeah, get Kevin.
If we meet him in the cup, you never know.
Yeah. Well, it'd probably be hard and difficult because probably Kevin will want to be there. Assuming fans would probably be allowed back in and all that. But worst case, if it happens this season, we're still not allowed in. Try and get Tyrone's dad on here, Kevin.
Oh yeah,
Kevin Campbell.
Mm.
His dad, son. His son Tyrone plays for Stoke at the moment, doesn't he?
Oh yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see the Arsenal player caught in 2 months who to support tonight.
It was like righty though, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was Sean Wright Phillips who's played, didn't he?
Yeah, with
I
Chelsea.
don't know if Bradley ever played against us.
No, he played in England. He played the lower tiers of the Premier of the
He's a
EFL.
revered player in America, though. Bradley wasn't he? Because he was always scoring for fun, wasn't he?
Well, he was once he left Brentford on there in League One. Went to New York, didn't he?
He went to New York Rebels, yeah.
Never since then he's been smashing it over there. And yet Sean, who did it well over here, went to the States with him 6 months later and couldn't hit the same heights.
He was a bit older, to be fair.
Yeah, about 2 or 3 years older, isn't he? Yeah, so I don't know.
Oh, Sean Wright Phillips always had a decent career, didn't he? He was at Chelsea, Man City, and
still think we missed a trick of not signing him, by the way.
Yeah, we should have, really.
Well, that thing is, before Chelsea signed him, we were heavily linked to him because of who his dad was and all that. But Chelsea came in and that was it.
Be a foul. He always want you.
Body checks, yeah.
Well, I mean, he was a good player. He's England international, wasn't he? So obviously he was going to be linked to Arsenal, but obviously Arsenal always had his own theory. But you would have thought so, because Wenger always was an attack-minded players, wasn't he?
And we were close to getting him, but then Chelsea got involved because they heard we were interested and so close. They got involved, and the rest is history because he obviously went there and did what he did there. Winning, what he won, like 3 league titles there? Something like that. 2 or 3, one of the 2.
That's the right choice on the personal level, wasn't it?
Oh bloody hell! I've got primary school in the chat now. Jesus Christ! This is getting I can't be careful what I say now.
Nursery now.
Oh dear, Hillside as well. Bloody hell! I've got to be careful now.
Yeah, I was say, can you send Ryan's channel around in reception tomorrow?
Jesus. Oh dear.
And can you all get separate accounts?
Probably I'll be on 3,000 tomorrow.
3,000 views. Quick.
Oh dear. Got it off.
Big shout out to the primary schools and the middle schools, and we haven't had a grammar school or secondary school yet. Maybe that'll come.
Yeah, maybe in the next 5 minutes. Said that. Oh dear. Oh.
So how long have you known Gary then? Because Gary was quite good earlier when he was there.
He subscribed to me a while ago, and I followed him on Twitter. He followed me back, and obviously he goes on the Arsenal Fan Circle channel because obviously it's more convenient because obviously where he's from and all that. Okay, I'm not going to respond to that in the comments. If you see what I'm seeing, then you'll know what I mean. Can't we? Not even going to bother. This is a family channel.
Nothing to do with detention or anything like that. No.
Too old for fucking detention. 16 years too late.
I don't know, mate. You're always in your bedrooms. I don't know.
16 years too late for that. Ooh.
That's safe.
If he's made
That's got to be a corner, isn't it? He's headed that. It's come off his head.
And when why VAR saying that Bodo, you've made a clear obvious mistake there? Because that's what VAR's for, clear and obvious. That was an obvious mistake. Because Leicester could have scored from that corner.
Jota's a good signing for Liverpool. Oof. Mane, almost.
Oh.
It's a weird choice from starting Firmino and Jota. I suppose because Mane's out. Salah's out.
Hillside Primary School is also saying Stoke High is a high school.
Obviously. You would think so.
Mm.
Or it might be just a school on a high high level, elevation. That's the word.
On its ultimate high. Oh dear. Here's a killing me. I'm just slightly concerned we've got a high school and a primary school nursery popping up in the chat, asking questions like that beforehand. Slightly concerned.
A bit of clickbait every now and again.
Yeah.
As I said before, I think Jota will be a good signing for Liverpool. Never saw that coming, to be honest. But
no, it's completely out of the blue because they literally a couple hours before and signed what's his name, Thiago. So it's completely out of the blue.
Good player though. I mean, he's already scored a few goals for Liverpool, hasn't he?
Yeah, we've got a first Leeds fan pop in the chat as well. Alex is a Leeds fan, apparently.
Yeah, Alex is a Leeds fan. Just to make sure that we know.
Just to ram it home.
Yeah.
God forbid they'd won, eh?
It's lucky they didn't win earlier.
You lucky bastards, by the way. That's Alex. If you're a Leeds fan, be honest. Was that a penalty? That obviously wasn't given, but was it? Can you honestly say that wasn't a penalty?
I think the Sky didn't talk about it at all.
What a coincidence!
Yeah.
Hey, can't mention any agendas or nothing against.
No, we don't do agendas on this channel
because it upset Sam and
Sam will be really angry with us. He won't be a moderator anymore.
Oh dear. Jesus.
Is he having a 3-course meal or something? Because he's taking his time, isn't he?
Well, at least he's honest. At least Alex is honest.
Yeah, waiter, where's my starter? And then my main course, and then
he's having red meat. Where's my wine?
Dessert, yeah.
Oh dear.
In his microwave, yeah.
No, Alex is saying, obviously I asked about the penalty. He said, yeah. So what did they give him?
It bloody was.
You'd be surprised when Leeds fans to say it wasn't a penalty.
No, I think that's pretty fair enough. I think you're probably going all the forums. I mean, they'll probably why Sky don't ever acknowledge something like that is beyond me, because they know that people will be waiting to hear about it, and then they don't bother.
You watch tomorrow. They do because they do that ref watch, don't they, on Sky?
Yeah.
Fucking Dermot Gallagher will be asked about it. He'll go, because it didn't hit him, because it's deemed as a natural movement. But hang on, he moved his arm towards the ball. No, but the ref made the right choice. It's all fucking team up and
old boys club, isn't it? The referees, worse than the FA.
It's literally that.
They double down on any decision the referee makes, which goes against it really, because you should be open to criticism. But they just don't. They just double down, and it's like, the referees don't make mistakes. Well, yeah, they do.
We talk about open for criticism, but look who runs the bloody refereeing side of things now. The guy that's always been the same. And couldn't take the criticism in the aftermath of it all.
It was the same when David Ellery and referees like that were in charge of it. It's always been the same. They never
held accountable.
No,
even now.
And they wonder why people moan at them. Well, they should interview the ref after the match. They should have the interviewer say, okay, do you think you've had a good game? Okay, all right. Well, what about this decision? What about this decision? They should be held accountable.
Exactly.
But they won't, because they know they're fallible. They make mistakes, but they don't want to admit to it.
Exactly. What
They
was
don't
it?
want to look stupid.
Someone said the other day, literally, players, no matter what league you're in, players are held accountable for bad performance. So managers and this, that, and the other. So why the ref? I mean, the only referee that's come out ever, like just 2 incidents I can remember of back in the 80s, the 2000s, was Paul Durkin for Man United versus Newcastle, where he explained why he didn't give a pen to Newcastle because he said he didn't see it. He literally set up the I think his Mikel Sylvester got in the way of his viewing, so he didn't see it, and the linesman was too far away to see it himself. And the other one was, what's his name? An Arsenal game versus Fulham away in the 04-05 season, early stages. Obviously, Fulham got given a penalty initially, and then he changed his mind, and he literally came out. He literally after the match went to him. He didn't even get asked to. He actually went and explained that
Oh, what a goal!
Jota. 2-0. Yeah.
Oh, Diogo Jota. Yes, that is Jota.
2-0.
I was right.
But Mark Halsey, the guy that obviously got one off, went on a few years later to have come away from it to get cancer. But he came back. He came out and said, because he was refereeing that game, he said, "Oh, actually, I thought it was a penalty, but I went and spoke to my linesman, and he told me what exactly he saw, and we decided the best thing was it wasn't a penalty."
It's the best thing that it wasn't a penalty. The best thing.
No, as
is
in
that it was.
the best thing to do, going by the information that was given, is not to give the penalty because he initially thought it was a penalty. That's why he gave it. It was only when the linesman flagged him over to have a chat with him that he then decided, actually, you know what, I've made a mistake here, and that's why it was in reverse straight away.
I can understand, right? I totally understand, right? Referees are human beings; they make errors, which is fine. But VAR as well is also manned by human beings, so therefore it is fallible. Although I don't understand how hard it is to watch a replay on a video where everyone at home who has that luxury anyway will say, "Oh yeah, that's like today. It's a handball. The ball was going towards the goal. It's a handball. It's a movement from his hand. He's done it.
Yeah, he's moving his body and his whole body towards where that ball's going to stop it from going where it's meant to go."
90% of people at home would have said, "Oh yeah, that's a penalty." Even Leeds fans probably say, "Oh yeah, we're lucky we got away with that." And then VAR says, "Well, no," and then the referee's like, "Oh, well, I won't bother looking at it. I'll look at Pepe headbutting someone, but I won't bother having a look at a penalty decision."
Well,
and that's what infuriates me. Why look at the monitor for one and not the other?
Yeah, and especially when 24 hours prior, again, I keep going back to it, the Man United West Brom game when it was a possible handball, the referee was told to go and have a look at it. And what did he do? He had a look at it. So why is it different today?
Yeah, because you could probably got different people in the VAR station.
Yeah, because it's not Man United. That's
not Man United, yeah.
And also, that's another thing that does me over is how they run the VAR over here. Why is it a different person in charge of VAR every game? Why can it not be for every match day, weekend, one person covering every game, so it's consistent in that side of things?
Yeah, and another thing, I don't think it should be a referee. I think it should be an independent body.
Oh, here we go.
It shouldn't be a ref. It should be an independent.
Yeah, no, not about that. Literally in the chat, Alex has now changed his mind. He's saying, "No, actually, it hit his elbow." No, but he's moving his body. He's unnaturally
it's
moving.
His arm. It's all right. It's not a handball, but it's his whole fucking arm. If you can have a penalty given for a ball hitting someone's arm and it's down here, then it should be a flipping handball, and it should be given as a penalty.
Exactly, and especially when the law is, unless it hits the sleeve, the actual material of the shirt, then it's not a handball. But the fact that it hits his meat, his literal flesh, as he moves towards the ball with his arm, it's a pen.
Yeah, but anyway, going back to the VAR thing, I think it should be an independent body. They should be trained in how to use it, not be referees. So it's not my mate who's refereeing the game. I don't want him to look stupid, so I'm not going to give the decision. So it should be completely independent. They shouldn't have anything to do with the referees. They should be right. Look at this. Go to the screen, have a look, make your own decision. We think it should be a penalty. If you want to look stupid in front of millions of people watching it on TV, then it's up to you, mate.
Yeah. Oh dear.
And that would clear it up. It should be independent. I've always said that since the start of it. It shouldn't be the refs manning the VAR.
No. Well, it's like in in the rugby union. I don't know if you watch it as well. How they sort of do it.
They've had it for years.
Yeah. And you never have you don't have all this bollocks like we do in football. Even when they first started it, there's a set structure out in place, and it's always been flawless. But no, as you said, it's best when it comes to football. Best mates looking after best mates here. Can't have them looking stupid.
But with rugby, it's a lot harder. I mean, because some of those tries, if there's like 100 people on top of the bloody ball, I mean, some of those decisions. I mean, how can you give them? I mean, you've got so many people in the way. That's why they
literally like slow it down just to see if they can see anything, because they can't.
Especially if your hand's like on top of the ball to give a try or something.
Yeah.
I mean, they literally a millimeter less than that between if your hand's on the ball or whether it's not, and they say right, it's no try or it's a try or.
Yeah, but either way, it's consistent. There's not every game. It's not that they have that one incident in the next game. Same incident happens, they give the try. It's consistently the same decision every time. It always has been ever since they introduced the video ref in rugby and all that. Whereas, as we know, we're two seasons in now, and the whole point of VAR, bringing the system in place, was to stop all this controversy. And if anything, it's made the controversy heighten even more. It's half time, by the way. It's 2-0 Liverpool.
Let's just say though, mate, it's consistency in it. It's just until they're going to fix VAR because it's at the referee's discretion. It's as we've been saying. It's like, I don't want my mate to look stupid, so it's like, sod the refs. I've never been a fan of referees backing each other up to the hilt. They shouldn't be allowed to do it. They shouldn't get away with it.
Yeah,
that's what I thought VAR would actually sort it out, but clearly not.
Yeah, makes everything fucking worse for some reason. We're looking on the channel. 28 likes now. Okay, cool. And we're at 1,022. So the schools are now fully subscribed to my channel. Great.
Send them round to reception time. Get your headmaster to send it out in his weekly newsletter. Subscribe to Ryan's channel.
Oh, days. It's fucking Sam got lost or something.
He's on his third course now. He's still got 3 more to go. He's on his smoked salmon now. I can just see him. It's just before the main course, before he gets to his steak.
Yeah, the fish course, yeah.
Yeah, the fish course, and then he's got the meat course, and then he's got his
vegetarian course.
Yeah, then he's got his dessert, and then he's got his cheese and biscuits, and then his dessert wine. Have you sent him the link, or is he?
I literally sent him the link the same time I sent you the link. Alex is the lead fan, is saying, if that was you in that situation, would you not be happy? What? That we sort of...
We weren't happy.
If it was the other way around, obviously I'll be relieved, but I'll be deep down, I'd know that we got away with something there. We got away with murder. And at the end of the day, that in that second 83rd minute when that happened, that changes the outcome of that match. We get 3 points out of nothing, out of nowhere. And that 3 points could be not to be an end all, but that could be telling come end of the season. That could be crucial where we finish end of the season. Oh dear. But as I said earlier, we move on. We've got Thursday now to try a few things out.
We should win that anyway. I mean, I'm not worried about the Europa League qualifiers, if I'm brutally honest, because
we don't. The thing is, we don't even have to win. We should win. We don't have to. All we have to do is draw. As long as we win or draw, we've qualified. Because if we win, it's 12 points out of 12 with 2 games to go. And literally, and there's the team that we fair. I think it's Mulder or whoever we were able to catch us, basically. The handball, yeah, we don't be on about the handball. That's what I'm saying, and that's why I said, well, literally, I'll be if it was the other way around, and it had been us in that situation, and it'd be one of our players getting away with a handball there. I'll be relieved. Don't get me wrong, but deep down, I'd know we've got a wave one there because, and I'll have some sort of pity for the opposition team because that could have, again, later on in the season, that happened later on in the season. That's the difference between staying up or staying down, or staying up or going down, as well.
I mean, it's 2 points of whether you get the Champions League places or not. Really, it's anything really. Any connotation, any match you lose has connotations.
Oh yeah, exactly. And this is why when we brought this system in, I've always compared it to what we have in the rugby. And that's what we've just said. It's always been consistent, no matter what. The rules are there, simple rules to follow. None of this of it handball for this or not handball for that, or this is a foul, that isn't a foul. It's simple rules. Everyone knows it, and the people that are manning the stuff that's in the rugby from the video ref side of things aren't refs. They're not actually never had any experience of being refs. They're just been trained to obviously know the rules and go over things and learn all the work with the tech. So they're not best mates, or they've never worked with the referees in hand. They just know.
Exactly. They shouldn't be associated with them. You can get a ref to train them by all means. That's absolutely fine, but they shouldn't be matey with them at all. They shouldn't have any association with them.
Whereas with here in the Premier League, with the Premier League, and it's just not Premier League. Let's focus on Premier League because the rest of the league we're in at the moment until the Super League comes along. Just saying. Then you're on your own needs. No,
never gonna happen.
Oh, I doubt it. As I was saying, literally, whereas in the Premier League, it's literally as we all know, it's literally referees manning the tech. There's a different referee every game. It's like you said, it should be like it is in rugby. Someone as a referee, someone they just get people in, train them up throughout the summer, and then simple rules as well. Make the rules simple for everyone. Everyone knows there's the same hymn sheet, and there's none of this bollocks.
Yeah, get your little certificate. Say, "Oh, I am a VAR man," and just go from there. Get your little Blue Peter badge or whatever. But just so you don't associate with the referees in any way. You don't go to piss ups with them, Christmas or whatever. Just leave them totally separate. And you say, "Do you want to look stupid in front of millions of people?" Right, we'll go and have a look at the monitor.
Oh, he's going there. Alex is now saying, I think you lot are not getting top 4 with your management. Oh, okay. That was too early days.
We probably won't get top 4, to be honest. But
also, at the same time, in the same breath, it's 9 games in, it's 29 games to go. But it's still so tight. It's still literally, we win next week and results are our favour. We're back up there. So mathematically, why it's still possible, we can't lose hope. But obviously, it's going to be hard. We need to get consistent. We need consistency now more than ever.
And that's the one thing we're not. We are not consistent. We are just. All right. Well, the one thing I can say about this season is that we've played all the big teams away. So those games are all gone. All right.
Yeah.
But the fact is, at home we don't look good either. Yeah. So the games we have won, who would we beat? Sheffield United. All right, they're going down. Fulham, they're going down.
West Ham.
You know, all right. That we were lucky to beat West Ham. To be perfectly honest, watching that game.
Oh yeah, I've always said that. We've never denied that. But sometimes you do need that luck, and that's I think it last yesterday when someone in the chat was saying, looking back over when Liverpool, when Klopp first came in his first full season, they had a very similar season in the sense that they started off really bad. They weren't. They looked nowhere near up. Who would them off for top 4 completely by this period, and just because they were that poor. But literally, at the turn of the year, come February, mid-January, February, they pulled it together.
But yes, absolutely, you're right. Yeah,
and with this season as well, it's, as you said, it's so topsy-turvy. No one's putting a consistent amount of games together. No one's been consistently out there anywhere in the league, apart from Fulham, have been consistently shit with Sheffield United. But in terms of teams that are up there, usually up there in the epsilons of Champions League, Europa League, or winning the league, none of them are actually putting away with anything. They're not doing what you normally would do, because it's all down to the fact that if no one's had a full pre-season.
I think that's the weird thing for me is because like last season, Leicester were doing so well until lockdown, and after lockdown they just went.
Yeah.
But then they sorted themselves out, and they're back up there again, aren't they? They're back near the top. I mean, it was like Sheffield United. Sheffield United were doing really well last season. After lockdown, they went down, and they just haven't been able to sort themselves out.
No.
And they've sort of carried on that form where Leicester haven't. Leicester have they had that blip, and they've thought, okay, so they got themselves together over the summer. They've started off, and they've got back to where they were before lockdown. So. I mean, it's hard. I mean, Rodgers for me is a good manager. I mean, I'd have had him at Arsenal. He's got credential, all right. Celtic job. I mean, I could probably do that job and win the bloody league. Most, if you're a manager of decent sort, you could win that league. But he's come back and he's done a bloody good job at Leicester.
Yeah, and also going back to the Arsenal thing, we're in a fortunate situation this season, like Leicester, like. That lot down the road, we've got 2 opportunities of getting top 4. We've obviously got the Champions League football side, either via top 4 or via the competition itself in Europa League. We have like 2 shots at the cherry, so to speak.
Oh yeah, I've got no doubt that we'll probably get to the quarterfinals of the Europa League. At least, it just depends which teams come down from the Champions League. If you get a really good team that comes down who just gets knocked out a bit unfairly, then you got trouble. But I think we could have a good run in the Europa League. But if we come up against another English club, I don't think that I will be seriously worried because we're just so inconsistent.
But again, you don't know. Things might change by then. Oh, we've got 2 dislikes. Yeah, I wonder who they could be from.
Not from the high school and the nursery, are they?
No, probably our friend. Our little friend that has no life. Well, it says one on my thing. I've got 27 for one on mine. Oh dear.
As long as it's not the schools.
Nah.
Stoke High School. Big shout out.
It was 29 for road, and it went down to 27 for one. So literally, whoever it was, put 2 people went. Actually, no, we're not liking what you're saying about our beloved team here. Or the referee.
But hang on, I always thought that if you put a like, you can't unlike it. You either have to.
You have to like it or you dislike it. But I'm not saying
once you put one, you can't undo it. You either have to put it the other way. You can't.
You can't have both. No.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, it's probably just our Melina's friend who hasn't got a life. Oh dear, Alex, mate, you don't need to know. Literally, I'm not going into it again. I rated off yesterday enough. Oh, it's on at 26 now, mind.
Can you give us a couple of minutes, mate? I'll be back. Just
no worries.
Give us a sec.
No worries. Guys, can you check your end because it's saying my end 26 for one now. I mean, John's saying it's 28 for one, so I'm confused. But yeah. Literally, I ain't got time to fucking go into that again. About the idiot that's got no life and likes to dislike everything I do on this channel because he can't even do anything decent on his channel. Or one of his 3 channels, anyway. Oh, 26 to... Melina's saying 26 for 1. And saying that YouTube is behind other channels as well, for fuck's sake. Okay, 26 for 2 is what Alex is saying. I'm going to go back into it. Bear with me. Close, open. I've got 26 for one of mine. Then I might have to come out, refresh. Close your, come out of this, guys, and then come back in quickly and see what it says. And see if it changes to 20. Oh, 26 for 2 now. Now it's 26 for 2. Oh, he's got the fucking game back on. Yeah. As I said, he's got multiple fucking channels, so it's definitely him. No, he's trying to throw us off the scent, but thinking we're fucking thick, but it is what it is. And Sam will be with us soon, by the way. He's literally just sorting himself out, getting ready. And as I say that, he joins us backstage.
Hello.
Hello.
Is it 2-0 already?
Yeah. Oh, second half back kick off.
Bloody hell.
Oh, that's 3 dislikes now. Oh, great. Yeah, I wonder who that could be. Leave them to it because they got no life. Oh, yeah.
You seriously think he comes in here every day and does that? You think he seriously do?
Well, you know, what's it? Yesterday, Melina messaged him and he confirmed that he did it before. He said, "Oh, I thought you did it to me, so I was doing it to him." He admitted to that, but then says, "But I'm not doing it anymore." But suddenly, well, it might just be YouTube. I don't know.
I don't know why anybody would bother doing that every single day. It just doesn't make sense.
Oh, because you know what he's like, though. So. You've got experience of what he's like as well from early on in the year. So, you really ask that question?
You give him too much credit, mate. You give him too much credit.
Mate, it's not me that gives him the credit. It's literally other people contacting him and asking him the question that puts the fucking such conversation up. They say leave it alone. And then they go and talk to the person. I'm like,
yeah, it's a bit weird, isn't it?
Leave them to it. Don't get involved. Move on. And they go and talk to him. And then fucking show me what they've said. Oh my god.
Yep, it's.
Hence, I missed the first 10 minutes of the match, Man United game yesterday, because I was waiting to a massive fan. Oh, dear.
They're starting the second half now, aren't they? I can see Johnny Evans walking. I'm not walking, but running out here now.
Yeah, literally. It's just kicked off the second half my end.
Oh, God. You're well ahead, you are
then. 7 seconds into the second half now. Must be spammed like Daniel, the blind gooner. Earlier, now it's at 6. It is 6. All right, whatever. This is the person also that said he couldn't operate more than one account. Now has multiple channels and accounts. But no, it's not him. Oh dear.
But it literally doesn't matter though. You do know that, don't you?
Oh no, I don't know that. It's just literally. I just find it funny that it's so obvious it's the person we know, but he denies it. And it's like, why deny it? Just admit if you've disliked it, you've disliked it. That's it. We move on.
Mm.
But it's more so the way he's just like, it's not me. And then tried to accuse me at one point of doing it all. Like, that's why I snapped at him back in the summer. I was like, no. Taking the piss now. Then his cousin comes out of nowhere. Oh, I've closed his account.
the old cousin routine, yeah.
Yeah, the cousin comes out of nowhere. Oh, I've closed the next day. Oh, I've closed his account. Whilst he's then telling other people he's been hacked.
He started doing the right thing. I saw after all that commotion back, way back then, and he disappeared. He disappeared for a little while. He closed his account and all that. And then he reopened. He started a new account, and he started doing the right thing, Rob, because he's really an MK Dons fan. He's from Milton Keynes, and
that's what I'm saying. That's
an MK Dons fan. And he started doing the MK Dons. He started going to their, to their games and doing like match reports and stuff for them. And I thought, okay, yeah, good, good luck to him. But then all of a sudden he started doing all the Arsenal stuff again and bringing on people on his show like Sonny and all that. And, he just basically just went back to his old, old self, basically.
Well, because he uses, again, it's like he sees what other channels, Arsenal channels that have that sort of thing because of their controversial and all that. So he thinks, if I pretend I'm an Arsenal fan, I'll be controversial. I'll get the same numbers as well eventually.
Yeah.
I'm just like, bloody hell, just be yourself.
I thought he was going to be himself for a little while there. You know, the MK Dons, and he was talking about mental health for a little while. And
don't. But also, Arsenal and MK Dons. What's going to get you more traction for your channel?
Exactly. I think you realise that pretty quickly. Okay, no one's watching. No one's watching me with the MK Dons. I'll go back to Arsenal.
I best go and spend money on the merchandise as well, merch up as well. Oh, Lee Gunner said this about Arteta saying he needs to go. I've got to go on an event as well and do the exact same thing as well. I'm out. I'm just like, done. Okay. Leave you to it.
Anyway, it is what it is, and we'll just
leave
him alone in his little universe.
Whatever your universe that is, don't want to be involved. Thank you very much. Thank you. Let's move on. Please.
Come on, Vardy, for my FPL, please.
No, I've got him in my FPL as well. I need the points. I need the points as well.
I got lucky yesterday with Bruno Fernandes, so I triple captained him.
Oh, did you?
He ended up because he got that goal, and because he got a clean sheet bonus, and he got a got the win bonus as well. He ended up giving me 33 points.
Oh, jeez. Hell. Oh.
Just hello to everyone in the chat. Hello, everyone. Hello, John, Mark, Massimo Taibi, and Melina, of course. Nice to see everyone. Alfie's just come in.
Yeah, another Alfie in the chat. Too many Alfies tonight. Oh, dear.
Alex is a Leeds fan. Who's that? Is that your brother?
No, I'm assuming not. No, to be fair, he did say at one point the penalty was a penalty. Then he literally 2 minutes later said, actually, he hit his elbow, so it's not a penalty. Oh, fuck. Don't start
it's all part of the new rules now, isn't it? The whole arm, isn't it? You know, it's the whole shoulder down, isn't it?
Yeah. If it touches his shirt, that's the rule. If it touches your arm, but your sleeve of your shirt, it's not handball. But it's hit his flesh, and he's moving his arm towards the ball and his whole body. It's not a natural thing. He's deliberately gone out of his way to do that. It is a penalty. The ball was going into the goal.
It was a clear penalty. According to the law, it's a clear penalty.
Yeah.
According to the laws of the game, it's a clear penalty. Definitely. I mean, it was a shambles that it wasn't given. I'm absolutely in agreement with that. Especially when you see, like you're saying, there's no consistency. That's the thing. There's no consistency, and it is just down to incredibly poor refereeing. Like you said earlier, you know, it's one referee, or was it? Sorry, I think it was Russ. It's either you or Russ that said earlier that you know, one referee will see something one way and you'll see the same thing a different way. You know, another referee will see the same thing a different way. And unfortunately, you know, it's that lack of competence really is what it comes down to. You know.
Yeah. Alfie, by the way, what Lee are you on about? Because if you're on about Lee Gunn, me and him do not get on, so you'll never be on this channel. Sadly for you guys, because there'll be a lot of back and forth debates, I would say, of how we both approach things differently. Oh dear.
Yeah, no. So unfortunately, you know, the referees are just no good. You know, it's so terrible. I mean, it's really quite a phenomenon, really, when you think about it, because when it seemed to happen more and more when they became professional, the whole idea was they're supposed to become better.
Yeah, and that's what Wenger said.
You know, they're full time and all that. They're supposed to get training and reviewing and all that. They're supposed to have a proper review after every game, where they go through every single decision and say, "Was that right? Well, you know, could you done that better?" Blah blah blah. You know, but it just doesn't. I mean, what do they get out of those reviews? I mean, they don't seem to improve at all, do they? Got Kate? Was it Cater down injured? I can't hear you now. You're muted.
Sorry, yeah. I don't know. He's down having treatment work, so it's on his knee or hamstring, one of the two.
Yeah, he's coming off by the looks of it.
Venus saying, Jesus Christ, Daniel has 14 dislikes on his stream from earlier.
Listen, everybody. Calm down.
It's the same. They hype it up.
Calm down, Melina, everyone else, calm down. The world is not going to end. It is not Armageddon. Those 14 dislikes, they add traction to the channel as well. It brings attention to the channel as well. So just let it go. You can't do anything about it. No one can do anything about it. Just relax. Let it go. Eventually, they will go. And Daniel's getting many more likes and dislikes anyway, and that's what counts. So it'll be fine. It's the same way here with Ryan. Ryan gets 10 times, 20 times more likes and dislikes anyway. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't.
See, you physically see it. They bring it up.
I know. I'm just saying it's not worth the energy. It really isn't. It's just not worth the energy. Now, trolls that come into the chat and start talking crap all the time, that's different. Then I like to have a little word with them and have a little bit of fun with them before I get rid of them. But the trolls are different when they come in and start chatting crap.
Oh dear. Well, for VAR today, to say that Lee's defender didn't handball it is ridiculous. Going back to the handball. What a save from Schmeichel.
So football, Brownie's saying the refs over here have a screen at the side of the pitch, like they did at the World Cup, having office in the middle of nowhere, which is taken as well. Well, they do have a screen here as well, Brownie, and they've started to use it now this season. They didn't even use it last season. They didn't even bloody use it. They just let the VAR do all the job. But now they're actually using it. But even when they're using it, they're not making the right decisions. It's a joke. It really is.
It's like you, as you heard earlier in the previous stream, I was asking the question over the penalty, after the penalty was not given and all that. Why was it they broke the net to go and check the Pepe situation? And obviously yesterday they broke the net to go and check the penalty for Man United to make sure it was a handball. But for us, with our penalty, didn't go and check. And the consistency, again.
Well, again, it's just down to those individual decisions being made there and then, where they feel something is right or not right, and it is just an absolute. It is. I mean, there's so many people obviously involved in this that are just not good at what they're doing. Unfortunately, it is detrimental to the game. It is. I mean, it is detrimental to the game because it drags down so much of the. Of the integrity of the game, doesn't it? Unfortunately, it really does.
Yeah. Russ has joined
Liverpool.
us back again.
Yeah, hi Russ, mate. Hope you're well. Liverpool just missed a huge chance there.
Yeah.
Shot by Mane should have been curled in. Yeah. Didn't score. Liverpool are all over Leicester.
How are you, mate? You got over Pepe sending off now?
Oh God!
listen. I mean, I seriously, you can see all the streams I've been in lately. I think Pepe deserves a chance over Willian. I really do, because I just don't think Willian does anything. I really don't, and so I think Pepe deserves a run of games because I want to see him given a chance now to either sink or swim. This is it. This is his time now. You either sink or swim. And I'm going to say it right now. I want to see it given a run of games, and if he can't do anything, he keeps not producing anything. I'm sorry, but at the end of the season, we've got to cut our losses. For me, we've got to sell him for what we can, and just use that money to maybe buy a proper right winger. Someone who can actually do something.
But then again, you got Willian stuck on there
then just bench him. That's the thing. Just bench him. Can't use him. That's the thing. Just bench him.
It's another Arsenal transfer thing of giving a player. It's
a sort of. Yes, it's a bad decision, but at the same time, I mean, it's the way football is at the moment, isn't it? I mean, players just they're in these positions where they can just command these huge wages in those positions they get into, and unfortunately, teams who need to get these. And a good chance here by Liverpool. They're all over Leicester. Jesus Christ! Oh, post! Bloody hell! Liverpool.
Yeah, I saw that, mate. Yeah, should have been 3 really.
And unfortunately, we're just in this position now in modern football where it is what it is. The money is what it is now. Players in positions where they are on free transfers they're going to get a lot more wages because there's no fee involved, right? So it's just unfortunately it is what it is, and things just go completely out of proportion, and then it looks silly. Of course, you can say Willian was he on a 3-year contract on, was it 120k or something like that? His base wage, and he can go up to 200 based on performance and stuff like that, bonuses. But
he won't get that.
But he's not getting anywhere near that anyway. That's for sure, right? So, but yeah, I know. But the thing is, you got to remember that is going to happen when a player is free. He's going to have high wages, isn't he? So yeah.
I think Brandon's a bit too much.
The clause and everything else. Yeah, the signing on fee and everything else.
Yeah, I think Brownie's had a bit too much to drink today. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh, Brownie.
Says the one who goes around carrying on all the time.
How's Partey and Atletico still, Brownie, by the way?
Is he going to sign for Arsenal or not? No.
And when is Aouar going to sign? Any day now?
Aouar, he's ours, isn't he? Aouar, he signed for us, didn't he? He's definitely our player, isn't he?
Yeah. Wears the number 11 shirt as well, don't you know?
Yeah.
Doesn't create anything, though.
No, he doesn't do much, does he?
No. He's anonymous.
That's why we're going after that.
He looks a hell of a lot like that Chelsea player called William.
Got the same hair anyway.
Yeah.
And that's why we're going after that Dominic guy from Salzburg.
I just call him Dominic Slobberchops.
Yeah, just say the bloke from Salzburg.
He's still going on about that. You gave us the whole summer of it ain't happening. Move on. You're going to rub it in our faces when it doesn't happen. So it did happen. So get used to it. I'm
looking forward to clashing heads with Brownie on the quiz.
Mate, you better finish above him, because otherwise he'll make your life.
If we can do any of the quiz without him taking a shit during the quiz.
That won't stop him to take the camera to the toilet with him.
Well, no, he'll be driving for half of it, and then he'll be in a restaurant or bar somewhere for the second half. And
oh dear. We're joking, Brownie, by the way. We're joking.
Yeah, take that dislike off. So, Sam, what did you think of the game anyway?
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, it wasn't a greatest of performances, was it? Of course not. No. But I do, though, take the positives out of it, and the fact that Arteta did change things around and change the formation, and it's just a matter of the team selection again. Like using Willian out left instead of Saka. Resting Saka. So it's just little things like that. There's just little tweaks, and of course with that Partey's such an important player for us now, and what I want to see is Partey or Arteta at least let Partey just handle the defensive side of the midfield and let the other guys be more creative and be more free to do more attacking in midfield. Because Ceballos is still too deep and not being creative, and even though Willock tried to be creative today, he didn't have the worst of the game, but it was difficult for him because there was always so much space between him, and Xhaka and Ceballos. It's difficult to get the ball to him. They're playing too deep. So, but at least I think it was a step in the right direction. I know it might not seem like that, but I think it was a step in the right direction. Oh, Vardy, come on, Vardy! Oh, you bastard! He didn't score.
Two substitutions have gone off, and Harvey Barnes has gone off for Dennis Pratt.
Dennis Pratt, I love that name. Anyway, so I just think it's a small step in the right direction, and we'll see if we can build on that now. See what it looks like with the players fully fit and in their correct positions. Hopefully, it's going to be better. I thought Aubameyang was slightly more involved today in that central position. But Aubameyang's in poor form, guys. He's in really poor form. I think he should be dropped as well, to be honest. I think he can do well with a game or two on the bench as well. I know it means, maybe we're gonna have to bring in the likes of maybe Eddie or something like that. But I mean, Aubameyang's just not doing anything. We've got to let him rest.
It's a shame Nketiah didn't get on today because obviously he's played for Leeds, so obviously he knows.
He would have scored.
But he would have been up for it, wouldn't he?
That's what I'm saying.
I think Nketiah would play better in a more attacking formation anyway, where he doesn't have to come deep into midfield. If we can leave him, pushed forward, and we have that attacking player behind him in midfield, I think Nketiah will be much better, where he doesn't have to, be involved in midfield play. So, yeah, I think we could have used Nketiah now for a game or two, see how it works, and it's so difficult because Aubameyang is our star player, he's our captain and everything, but the guy, you can just see he's struggling. It's that lack of form, and it just looks like he's completely off the boil at the moment, doesn't it?
But I said earlier, I said in the chat, I said it was Aubameyang was doing the exact same thing Lacazette was doing, dropping deep, and that is what you don't need from your central striker. Exactly,
because we didn't have. They weren't pushing up like the way they were supposed to push up, and it's it became deeper. Like you say, he had to come deep then to get the ball, and it's just not going to work well that way. It really isn't. And we're really struggling on the right hand side. we need a new right forward, right winger, someone who can be an attacking threat like Ziyech is for Chelsea. We need someone like that. Because our right side is dead, lads. I mean, it really is. Pepe's not much good. Willian is dead, and the Nelson, unfortunately, the poor kid, he's always full of talent and no end product. He never does anything. Well, yeah. So we need someone there on that right hand side who can come in and do a job. And it's maybe when Martinelli is fit, maybe we can use Saka out right and then Martinelli out left. Maybe that's what we'll have to do. But yeah, we'll see anyway. But at least I was happy to see Arteta change things around and we'll try to attack a bit more. We did create a couple of decent chances, but it's just again, we just can't score, can we? We're just really struggling.
Yeah, there was no real sort of interchange between the midfield and forwards again, which is just sums it up basically. We just don't create anything.
Well, as I said, hopefully he sticks to this 4-2-3-1 formation, whatever formation it was today. Stick with it for Thursday. Try a few new things for Thursday. If it works, go back for Sunday. And let's keep it going. Don't feel because it didn't work for one game. I've got to change it again because it then cracks the players.
Give them a chance now. Give them a chance now to work in this formation and put the players in the right position and and let them be a bit more free. Give them a bit more freedom on the ball. Especially the attacking players.
Yeah. And also with this formation, you've got to remember we didn't have Partey today either. He's back on Thursday.
Exactly. And I would leave Partey to do the protecting in midfield, and the other players you can play further forward. Just leave them up slightly further forward.
Do you think he'll play on Thursday?
Yeah, we'll come to Arteta be available for Thursday. So I'd say so. Just make sure he's fully fit and ready for Sunday. Just to make sure he doesn't risk any.
Maybe give him half the game. Probably, I think maybe just give him half a game just to check his fitness out. Give him a little bit of a run out.
Yeah. Oh, dear.
I would also like to see Smith Rowe given a chance. If Smith Rowe has a decent performance on Thursday, I'd like to see Smith Rowe given that role that Willock had, and then push further forward, push more in behind Aubameyang.
That's got to be a booking, surely.
But then when the summer comes, either in January, if we go for Aouar, who would be, I think he would be available in January due to Lyon's lack of Champions League football and the fact that they also need money. I think he would be available in January if we decided to go for him, or if we wait until the summer and maybe go for someone else like Slobber Chops or someone else. We definitely do need we definitely do need that attacking. I mean, talking now, high class, really good quality attacking midfielder who could push in there behind the front line.
Well, the Hungarian lad's only got a £25 million release clause.
Exactly,
I mean, even
so
if they just do the deal, and even if we don't get him till the summer, just do the deal, just get it done, and
sure. Why
wait
not?
till the summer.
Why not get it done if they want to do that? They don't normally do it that early, do they? Because the players like to sort of try and look like they're half loyal, don't they? I mean, it's seldom a player will, unless they're running out of contract, they'll sign that early. But 25 million, it should be easy. I mean, easy to get if we want him.
Leicester got a free kick, by the way, in the 68th minute. And what's he doing? What the hell are he doing? Point that was. Okay.
So it's going to be horrible to say this, but with Leicester losing, it means the Spuds are up, they're up top, aren't they?
By a point, yeah. No, it was a goal difference, though. Goal difference. I don't know. Yeah.
Spuds are top, aren't they?
I'll double check now. 1 second. I'll get the tables up. That's me. Yeah, and goal difference. A goal difference of 12 compared to Liverpool's goal difference of 4. So let's just bend over now and not allow us flashing.
It's embarrassing that both Son and Calvert-Lewin, they've both just individually scored more goals than we have as a team this season so far.
Yeah, I don't get this because we're going through the league table before. Obviously, Man United above us, but our goal difference is the same. Our points are the same. We won more.
But they scored more goals. Because then it's by who scored more goals.
I don't know.
I'm not talking about goal difference. I'm talking about goals scored.
I don't know. It's not showing me. It's saying wins, draws, losses, then the goal difference and points. So I don't know.
So if you can't see the actual goal scored, it's probably that because that's the next. That's the next thing that separates them.
Okay, fair enough. I'll let him off this time.
It's interesting. I don't know if the rules have changed in the Premier League, but traditionally, if everything is the same, if two teams end up exactly the same, goals scored, goals conceded, everything. It's and head to head. If they've both drawn each other and have the same, head to head, then apparently it's a coin toss.
Okay.
Apparently it's a coin toss. But what I'd like to see is what they do in Italy is where they actually play a playoff game to decide who gets what position.
Yeah.
They'll just play a one-off game in a neutral venue, and that's it. Decide it.
That does seem more fair than just flipping a coin.
Yeah, especially if it's a Champions League spot. Imagine that.
Yeah, but if you're 10th and 11th, you wouldn't fucking bother, would you?
The meltdown.
But if it's 5th and 4th and 5th, imagine that.
Oh dear! Imagine literally the team that fucking loses out because of a coin toss. Fucking hell! Especially if you finish off and lose on the coin toss, you actually get in the position.
Just don't give the coin toss to Rodney, eh?
Double-headed coin, yeah.
Oh dear! Oh, Yotta's down, holding his back now.
Jota
so are we all ready for what was it? 40 Towers, is it?
Yeah, 40 Towers.
I'm gonna have to have a quick run through. I mean, I remember most of them, but I just have a quick run through.
Yeah, it's not that hard, is it? Because there's only like 9 episodes, so it's quite easy.
Yeah, brilliantly acted. Oh, he felt quite nasty there, didn't he, old Jota?
Yeah, Brownie's also saying in chat a coin toss actually happened between Holland and Ireland of who finished second and third in the group game in Italia 90.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't know that. That's so that's actually happened.
Considering they're in the same place, they should just have a penalty shootout or something.
Yeah. That's made more sense, but yeah, that explains why Ireland got so far. Oh dear. Leicester have been disappointed now in this match, to be honest, considering the line that they put out. Haven't really pulled up any trees. Vardy's been non-existent.
Yeah, Leicester have been a little bit lacklustre in the second half.
Mm.
They've been a little bit lacklustre in the second half, that's for sure. But yeah, Liverpool seems to be getting a bit back into things. Jota's really brought more life back into them. He's a very good signing for them. It's amazing how the right signing can really revitalise things, isn't it? I mean, look at Manchester United. They're on their way down and out until they bought Bruno Fernandes. He literally saved Solskjaer's arse, didn't he? Literally.
Yeah. Literally got them in Champions League as well.
Champions League, yeah.
And he gets a penalty every game.
Yeah.
Every game he plays, he gets a penalty.
And if he misses it, he gets to take it again.
That's true.
Until he scores it.
That stupid run-up he does with that funny little jump, honestly, it looks pathetic, doesn't it?
Oh, I know. Who was the other one a few years ago? Was it Zaza from Italy?
Oh, yeah. He did something stupid like that as well, didn't he?
What was it?
Who was it? I remember, who was it? There was some, I remember Dunga. Do you remember Dunga? For Brazil back in the day? He used to go back like 20-odd yards.
Just back and run.
And just run as fast as he could and just kick it as hard as he could into the goal.
Pogba annoys me with his, though.
Oh, he literally
that little
squat
like that, yeah.
That little jog. Pepe does that. Pepe does that as well, doesn't he? Before his free kicks and that.
Yeah.
It's obviously something for the 70 million plus mob.
Oh dear. Also, Bradley just said, England beat Egypt in the final group game, and if they drew, all 4 teams would have been finished on the same points.
Yeah.
Okay,
Egypt.
Jesus, I haven't seen them until the last World Cup. I haven't seen them in a while in the World Cup until the last.
Egypt, they've got Salah, haven't they? Salah's Egypt, isn't he?
Salah and El Neni.
And El Neni. The Egyptian Pirlo.
Yeah. Yeah. The real Egyptian king.
For one game.
He has played well this season. I give the guy some credit.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Just gutting. Now got a self-isolate because Salah couldn't behave himself.
Oh, that's got to be a goal, isn't it? Oh,
How the hell did they get away with that?
Okay,
there you go. That's why Firmino doesn't score many goals.
How on earth did Leicester get away with that? You'll see them in it, Sam. Literally, the one shot and then a rebound and another rebound. Did it cost a 9? God, obviously didn't because he walked in front of it.
YouTube clips,
guys, you guys.
That's one of those hilarious YouTube clips.
Yeah, 76 minutes we're on.
How well behind you guys.
But when you see it, you'll be like, how did he? They
just want the Benny Hill music going in the background.
That's lagging again now. For fuck's sake.
I would show you, Sam, but I'll get done for copyright.
So we berate our strikers, but Firmino's only scored 2 in 23 appearances, Premier League.
Yeah, since January.
2 goals. Yeah, he probably scored one of those against Arsenal.
But that is the criticism. That is the criticism of Firmino. He doesn't score enough, but he still he still plays well though. That's the thing. He plays well. He links up well and plays well. So it's a matter of just lacking those goals.
Yeah, he probably scored both of those against Arsenal.
Yeah, I think now. Oh, I don't know.
Okay, well, I missed it. I've completely missed it because it lagged an hour and 77 minutes. Bloody bastards, honestly.
Show a replay of it.
It's an agenda, that's what this is, an agenda. It's Mike Riley.
Yeah.
Your internet provider said, no, we're not allowing Sam to watch that. No.
Yeah, sorry. You're coming up to an interesting bit there, sorry.
VAR said, no, we understand not watching
it. It's VAR, that's what it is.
Oh,
bloody hell, this Leicester are absolutely shit at the moment. This 10-minute period here.
Yeah, no, seriously, the whole match themselves have been, apart from literally it was at 0-0 and 1-0 respectively.
He just passed it straight to a Liverpool attacker. The defender, I can't remember which one it is, but
as soon as it's gone 2-0, they've been shit. They've down tools and everything. No, there's nothing about them. It begs the question: how the hell they where they are?
It'd be us, that's why.
Brownie really lives in the 80s. I think he's mentally still in the 80s, Brownie, because he talks all day and all night about the 1980s.
Yeah,
Cardiff, hooliganism, fucking old England games, Holland games, and Italy, Spain games.
Green Street and all that.
Yeah, Cheddar's in the chat. If it's smashed the like button, they do smash the like button, Cheddar, because obviously your team is winning. He says, I don't care, he doesn't score. He's a neat player, allow Salah and Mane to score.
Yeah, got no issue with that whatsoever.
Yeah.
Well, you see, that's the thing that Klopp even said, right? I mean, Klopp said, because he was confronted, well, not confronted, but asked several times, in press conferences about Firmino, like, okay, you got this forward, why doesn't he score? And Klopp just literally said, listen, we don't expect him to score. That's not his role. His role is to link up and provide and help the attack and create, help create things. That's his role. That's what we expect him to do. We don't expect him to score. So so Klopp is happy with him. So that's that's all that matters.
From a personal point of view, that's a goal, isn't it? That's a goal. Fuck,
by minuscule. Literally a minuscule.
Seriously. Yeah, but as a personal point of view, you would have thought, oh, I'm a striker, I would like to score more goals. He must play on his mind, even though his manager's saying, "Oh no, it doesn't matter." But he must play on his mind from a personal point of view.
That's the thing. He's not a striker. I don't think he even views himself as a striker. Did someone score then?
No, we were just looking at the VA, not the Hawkeye for Firmino's. When the ball was more or less all over the line, apart from one millimeter of it.
I got it here now. I got it here. Yeah, got it here now. Oh, that's not over. That is so close, isn't it?
Yeah,
that is so close. That's amazing.
Reminiscent of that game a couple of years ago between City and Liverpool, and literally the ball gone over the line, but it's literally that's a minuscule, but just on it. The skin of your finger, basically, and that's sort of what cost Liverpool the title. He's saying, imagine Firmino behind Uber and Pepe, the goals would.
Well, he's got a point because Firmino is a good link-up player and a creator. He creates those. He's good at creating effective attacks. And now they've got Jota in there as well. He's been really, really good, Jota. Or Jota, whatever you want to say it. Jota.
Yeah. It's just nice watching two teams that are quite dynamic when we're completely the reverse of that.
It shows how far away we are, in one sense.
Well, it's what's really weird. It's like whenever we get the ball, it's like it's like we don't really know what we're doing. You know, it's like there's no real strategy, there's no real plan behind it. But you see these guys play, they're just so much more, you know, driven and effective, and you just see things happen.
Yeah.
And again, I just think. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead, Ryan.
No, go on.
No, I was just going to say, when I know Russ doesn't agree with me on this, but I just think when you look at our players who we actually have, you know, and again, I will say the one exception is Bellerin. I don't think Bellerin's quite up to it, but everyone else in our starting lineup are you know, the best players we have who can start our first 11. I think they are good enough for a top 4. You know, I really do. If they were coached correctly and put in a correct formation that works for them, because there is something that works for them. It needs to be found out. It needs to be done.
To be fair, I never said that we don't have the players. I mean, there's pretty much we do have the players in our squad to compete for top 4 positions. I don't think I ever said that. It's just the fact that they're just woefully out of form, bereft of confidence, and I don't know whether that's just down to the manager or the players themselves. I don't know.
It's a bit of both. It really is a bit of both, I think.
But we've got the players to be challenge for a top 4, so a top 6 at the very least.
I think it's a bit of both, because what it is, you know, players play a lot on confidence as well, and if there's no confidence, then the motivation sinks as well. And you know, it's so hard to get motivated when they know they're playing a system or a way that doesn't work. You know, I think it just it grinds on the players. You know, they're going out there, they know what's going on, and it's like they're going out there knowing, oh, here we go again. We're going to go out here again. It's not going to work. We know it's not going to work, but we try again. It's the way it plays on the mental side of the game. You know. And when you start winning games, it's completely different. If you play well and you win games, all of a sudden you've got that confidence, you've got that swagger. You know, all of a sudden everyone plays 10 times better. It's confidence and motivation. It's just they go hand in hand, I think. You know, and
you're right. Yeah.
You know, and again, that starts again with the manager, because the manager has to implement a system that works and a playing style that works, that gives them that confidence and motivation. You know, that's where his role comes in.
Well, sometimes for a striker, all it takes is a goal. Then the confidence
and that, of course,
is back.
Like Auburn now, the guy looks like he couldn't score he scores a penalty and that's it, isn't he? I mean, he literally couldn't score for anything. He hasn't scored. How many games is this since he scored in open play now? It's like the second game of the season, maybe? Third game of the season?
Something like that. It's like ridiculous like that.
Yeah.
Ryan will find out. Oh, that's a goal. 3-0. Firmino, well done, mate.
Oh, there you go. That's the commentator's curse right there, isn't it?
I'm not changing my mind.
Oh, dear. Yeah, in terms of what he says in the chat, are you doing, asking me if I'm going to start doing play events? I will actually. I'm going to start tomorrow. Don't know what time yet, but once I know, I'll let you guys know on here and on social media as well. Try and get some of the guys on as well, if they're available, and go from that and just do it obviously if it's evening kickoff, it'll have to be the next day. If it's like an early afternoon or something, a lunchtime kickoff, I can do it in the evening of the same day. But yeah, starting from tomorrow basically. And there we go, 3-0. Fucking hell. Yes, that's so you had one job. Now we've got to spend a week of doing that, hearing that lot down the road going,
That was a good header. I just got it now. It's just scored now.
Yeah, what's our set piece specialist been doing?
I think he's been at KFC.
Furloughed.
I don't think he's even been at the training ground, has he? I mean, I've never seen. We brought in this free kick specialist, and we've actually got worse. We're worse at free kicks. Set pieces this season than last season.
Corners.
Corners, we can't even get it past the first bloody man.
Again, that's one thing I say Pepe today, apart from obviously sending off. The corners at least were getting past the first man today when he was on the pitch. soon as he gets sent off, Reece Nelson was on.
Yeah, straight to the first man.
Back to square one again. And we was all saying beforehand, literally, maybe the fucking guy got furloughed for the first few weeks back. Like, no, we don't need you for the next 3 weeks. You go home, we'll pay you, but you go home, we'll sort it out. But fucking, it's just ridiculous. How is it we've got worse than our set pieces with a set piece specialist?
It's one of those adages. Probably it'll get worse before it gets better.
I think Arteta or someone in whoever was doing the recruiting, I think they was a bit dyslexic or something, had a bit too much Spanish wine or something. And I think on his CV it wasn't set piece specialist, but a 6-piece bucket from KFC. That's what I think it was.
Oh dear. Right, what's this? Don't need to know that. Oh dear, gives me strength. Let's have a look at this.
Maddison, he'll probably score a hat-trick now. I'm going to talk about him now, but Maddison hasn't really done much either, has he, for a while?
No. Literally, just, I don't know.
He hasn't had a good season, really, has he?
No, yeah. When it came to what was it? Apart from the City game this season, he ain't done much. To be honest.
True.
That's coming from us.
I can't believe though we've got. I mean, we're just. One thing Arsenal always managed to do was score goals. We'd usually let in too many goals. Be crap in defence. But we'd always score goals. We'd always get a goal every game, at least one. And now we can't score in a Cambodian brothel. We couldn't do it if our lives depended on it.
Oh dear.
And that's 5 games now. That's 5 games without scoring a goal in open play.
Who do you blame for that, though?
Well, at the end of the day, the manager has to take responsibility. That's his job. That is his job. The buck ends with him. He's the one who's supposed to find the right strategy that makes it work for the players. And if there's players who aren't willing to do that, then they shouldn't play. Use the youngsters, they play. I know I'm being a bit dramatic now, but I mean, if you're in a situation where you feel the players aren't doing anything in downing tools or whatever, or that type of thing, then you use the youngsters.
Oh dear. Got 3 minutes after 4 minutes injury time as well. Oh, Vardy, what the hell are you doing?
Pretty comprehensive win, this one, isn't it, for Liverpool?
Yeah. Oh yeah. They were discussing that in the chat, by the way. Brownie's saying Arteta is limping the side to the next transfer windows. Next 2, sorry. I wish Arsenal fans just have patience. Yeah, we're not all literally overreactionary fools, but we can criticise them at the same time. But we're not going to say we drew a game 0-0 with 10 men, or we lost one game, one thumping we faced, and how many games he's been in charge. Get him out. He's not good enough. He's over his head. We just point out the flaws and what mistakes he's made, and hope he learns from it. Eventually, again, this is his first actual full season in charge as well. And again, we've said how many times, most of this squad was from the Wenger era as well.
Yeah. I tell you what, I think personally, in my opinion, I think we're gonna if Arteta goes out, whether it's in January or the summer, if we bring in a high class, world class attacking midfielder, I think we're going to see a lot. I think we're going to see a lot better play. I think we're going to see our team open up a lot more. I really think that's the key. I really do. And also, to be honest, a winger as well. I think a right-sided winger or attacking, forward, right-sided forward who actually has that skill and goal-scoring ability. Someone who's really good out there on the right-hand side. If we bring in someone else there, I think those two players would really improve us a lot very quickly, because you can see it happens with other teams. I mean, look at Manchester United. Literally, they bought Bruno Fernandes, and overnight they were a whole different team. He was their missing link basically, and I think that's what we're going to see with us when we bring in a really good attacking midfielder. I think we're going to see then things will open up more, because at the moment, yes, I know. We are lacking there, even though there are players who can play there. So many fans say, "Oh, we don't have anyone." Well, we do. They're just not great, but we do have players who can play there. But yes, of course, Willock or a Smith Rowe or even a Saka there in that position is not going to be the same as a world class attacking midfielder.
Yeah, exactly. But again, it's like it's full time, by the way. It's like other people, not going to mention names all the time, but they think games like this is like a game of FIFA that you can go out and buy. It's easy enough to get rid of who you don't want and bring in who you do want all in one hit. And it just clicks like that. It's not like that. This is reality. It does take at least two to three windows, two summer windows and a winter window to start seeing where where the direction he wants to go in, and the sort of players.
Because look how much our wage bill now is going to be freed up in the summer when the likes of Mustafi, Socrates, Ozil, all of that gang get out the door. It's going to free out. It's going to be like 800k, isn't it? Something like that. We're going to have 800k free on the wage bill. You can start doing a few different things, can't you? It's going to be interesting to see what Arteta actually does with that, because we have to bring in. We're going to be losing 5-6 players. He's going to have to bring in at least a player or two to make up numbers as well. So, it's going to be interesting to see.
Oh, dear. Back is killing me.
What do we make of this Pablo Mari, though? Because this Pablo Mari apparently is back to full fitness now. It's like, well, is he going to play or what? Or
I think he'll get. If he's back full fitness, I think he'll get a run out on Thursday. See how he is.
Yeah.
I think today would have been too intense.
Yeah. I didn't expect to see today. I'm just saying we've got this Pablo Mari, right? That Arteta insisted on buying. Where does he fit into the equation?
I think
Isn't Gabriel left-footed as well, though?
Yeah, but also I think he's gone out of his way to get left-footed centre backs as well. Let's not be in the bush as well. So, but it's another option as well. If they don't play alongside each other, it's an option. I'd rather having the right cover as well. You can't just go around having one left-footed centre back. So it's competition. It could be it's either competition, or potentially they play alongside each other in the back four somehow.
Yeah.
We don't know how. Because also you've got Sleeve as well, so it's all Sleeve is right-footed, but it's all competition as well, as I said. But there's always the option if something ain't working, you've got someone else there, or if you want to go fit the back of a certain team against a certain. If a certain team are going up against a certain way, you want to nullify them. You've got three options straight away, and you can play someone in the middle who's left-footed. You can have both of them playing left-footed and Sleeve at the same time, so you don't have to. Things like that. So again, it's all options. We'll see, won't we? But I might have seen of him for the few games he has played. He hasn't made any mistakes. He looks comfortable on the ball and things like that. So I know it's a few games, but it is what it is. He can only play against the opposition he was able to play against. And let's be honest, the last game he played, it was a freak injury that's taken him out this long.
Yeah.
But it's all.
Saka's not injured for long now. I hope it's just a knock or something like that.
I hope it's a knock. I remember it's just a little knock from obviously playing over the last couple of weeks, and that will be back in time for Sunday. At least the bench on Sunday for the Wolves game.
This international stuff has got to fucking stop. I mean,
well, I think it's
in the middle of a COVID as well. They're saying that Dallas, that player that played for them today, Dallas,
got COVID.
He played 3 international games.
Yeah, well, tested positive. Yeah,
3 international games in that break we had now. I mean, and he played 90 minutes in each of them as well.
Yeah, let's go.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, literally, it's such ridiculous. That's what I'm saying. Literally, we had the internationals before the season started. 2 days before the season started, they ended. Then 4 weeks later, international break again. Then another 4 weeks later, we've had this international break. It's just ridiculous. And then we don't have an international break. What my thing is as well, whose bright idea was it in the middle of a fucking global pandemic, apparently, or a virus that could kill anyone at any time and spread? Was it a right idea to have people, these athletes, travel for their countries all around the world? And they wonder why Salah's been tested positive.
But yeah, they're being taken out of one bubble, being put into another bubble where players have come from all over the world into that particular. That's why I don't understand it. It just makes me mad.
No, obviously it's madness, isn't it? And what is it with international football? I don't get it with international football. Why is that so? I don't get
why is it so important?
Yeah. Why is it so important? I mean, it really shouldn't be.
Well, it shouldn't be, especially when the games have been glorified friendlies. The Nations League is a glorified friendly tournament. Sorry, the red friendlies have been thrown in as well. Apart from obviously the ones that are qualified, you can understand, but you can sort of ones that are the qualifying for the Euros, you could have held off until March at least and sort of reassessed the situation. Then it's like they wanted to rush them through, like, oh, we need to know. It's
like there's some kind of quota or something like that. I mean, it's ridiculous, and it just makes no sense to do it like that, and it just pisses me off no end. And these players go and play, and they either get COVID or they get injured. I mean, the amount of games they're playing now is just it's an absolute joke. You know, these players are going to get injured or so quickly now. It's just no good. It really isn't. And that Nations League, what a joke of a tournament that is. It's literally an absolute farce of a tournament. It's like you got teams that just it's like you get 50 chances to qualify. I mean, it's an absolute joke. Teams lose 2, 3, 4, 5 games. Oh, you can still qualify. Get in the back door. It's an absolute joke, that your Nations League. It really is.
Yeah, it's just, I can't stand it. It just does my head in. Especially you've got Southgate in charge of England anyway.
Oh my God! Don't even get me started on him. Jesus Christ, that guy. He really has no clue. He really doesn't.
I was saying the other day. It's saying something when I did the under-21 watch-along the other day. I actually, for the first time in a long time, I actually enjoyed watching an England match. It was at under-21 level.
But, the under-21s. Their style of play, isn't it? Is they're much more attacking, and you can see them much more. What's it called? Basically a lot more swagger, isn't there, to their play? You can see they enjoy playing the game. And then you got, the senior team. You got Mason Mount. Has to play every game because Southgate loves him. And oh my God.
Oh, Brownie's saying in the chat, "Fuck COVID." Wales finished top of their group and now top of the table with the big boys. Seriously, that says a lot about how things are in Spain then. Oh dear, I mean, Brownie's been keeping busy from my iPad as well. Very busy.
Brownie, what's 1988 like, mate? Because you're obviously living in 1988. Oh, he's gone.
Where's he gone?
It's the Russ show.
Yeah, I mean, 1988, I'd probably prefer to live there, to be honest.
Oh dear.
1988 back.
Big up Mark Green in the chat as well.
Yeah.
Me and Nipper, 1988.
Thank God there's no more international games now till March. Yeah, thank God.
Oh, fucking internationals.
I can't. Yeah, literally.
Who's in charge of the under-21s anyway?
Eddie Boyfroyd.
Oh, is he still there?
It gets even worse. You've got Southgate and you've got Boothroyd.
At least with Boyfroyd, they're playing decent football though.
He just lets them do what they want. That's what it is. He's like, all right, lads, here you go. Just go do what you want to do, and then I'll just sit here and have my gravy and chips.
Well, it's better than fucking what we're seeing at fucking top level. So you know what? I'll take it.
The thing is, though, I mean, who would come in now for England? It would probably be like Sean. I bet they'd get like Sean Dyche or something like that, you know.
Eddie Howe.
Oh dear.
Eddie Howe or something like that.
I'm obsessed with Eddie Howe. How dare you?
Graham,
I just think he would be quite good because
he did a good job at Bournemouth.
Yeah, I mean, he would be all right in touch with the younger players, wouldn't he? I think
he brought that club up from nowhere.
Yeah, that's true.
He did a really good job at Bournemouth. It's just unfortunately, you know, they didn't have the resources to stick with it. I mean, they were tiny stadium, tiny budget. You know, what he did there was actually quite amazing. You got to hand it to him.
Yeah.
He's young as well. I mean, he's got a lot more experience ahead of him.
Just don't do a Southgate on us, please. don't disappear into the very abyss for the next 10 years and then set up at England. Oh dear. Well, I doubt it'll happen, but it's just saying we are bloody luck otherwise. Oh dear. Oh, when's your quiz? So when's your quiz, Sam?
It's Tuesday evening at 9:30 UK time. So you two guys are involved.
Oh yeah.
And the other contestants will be Nitish and Brownie.
So long as you finish above Brownie, we're okay then.
So and there's one more as well, I think. Liam, that's Liam Damo, the Tottenham fan.
Oh yeah, Liam. He'll be happy.
He's involved as well.
Oh God's sake, we've all got.
Oh, he's going to be intolerable, isn't he? Jesus Christ! We'll see how he goes. He might get kicked out. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, he's involved as well, and it's going to be. It's going to be four. I've decided it's going to be 4 categories of 10 questions each.
Okay.
We'll try and get through it quite quickly. With Brownie, you always know he tries to drag it out as much as possible, but I'm going to be hard on him and.
What are we going to do? Are we going to just shout out the answers, or what's it going to be?
No, we've got to just keep them for yourself, and then at the end of each round, we go through the answers.
Yeah, I don't trust Brownie. He'll probably Google it.
Not in the car. Not in the car. Be in the car when you can't Google it in the car.
Or just
voice activated.
Or you'll just do the old. Oh yeah, I agree with that person. Just make sure just to see they're right or not.
Yeah, we could do thumbs up or not all that. No.
No, you won't write an answer. They'll just go, yeah, I'll agree with so-and-so.
Yeah.
No, it's well. The thing is, you know, I can't do a full cahoots thing and all that. I just can't be bothered doing that. So it's just going to be at the end of each round. I'll just go, we'll go through the answers and see what you guys have. And if you want to follow someone else who might have the wrong answer, then it's up to you, then, isn't it? You don't know what the right answer is until I say it is. So
you're only cheating yourself.
Exactly.
So if you think someone else sounds like they got the right answer, and you copy them. Well, they might not be right. So you don't know. Anyway, it is what it is. We'll have a bit of a laugh. We'll have a bit of a chat, it should be a decent little run through.
Oh dear, Bradley's not happy with us now. You lot are giving me a bad name. I've been the quiz champ on Sam Sentinel a few times.
Yeah.
Who did Arsenal quizzes?
Yeah, there's one time he won an Arsenal quiz because he was against Nitish and Simpy, I think it was.
Oh,
No, for goodness sake.
I'm saying nothing.
Well, what were the questions on Nickelodeon and stuff like that, were they?
It was a few Arsenal questions. Some of them were older questions, so Brownie got them. They were older questions,
I was going to say CBBS and Nickelodeon round, yeah.
The Doctor Who round.
Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
Who came through the class of '92 and played for Wales? Who could have been? Who was English? I wonder if we got that one. Oh dear.
No. The 4 categories aren't decided yet, but it's going to be it'll be 4 out of like history, geography, world sport, but not football. I think technology, maybe get a bit of technology involved.
World of sport.
And maybe get a bit of technology involved, and film and TV will be a category as well.
Ben is also saying, "Hey, I left school with all A's for absence." Oh dear, it is what it is.
Yeah, so make sure you tell your friends and family members and work colleagues and drug dealers and all that to get everyone involved. Watch it.
we can get the schools that have subscribed to for their pop quiz.
Oh dear.
Stoke High School and
what was it? I don't know. You must not have seen this. Been watching, but Stoke High School and a
nursery school.
Just in a chat. And the nursery school's like, "Have you been a naughty boy?"
We sent them to detention.
So Stan Greenwood TV. Go in and subscribe and check it out Tuesday night. I'll be putting out an advertisement or a message or whatever you want to call it on Twitter. Probably tomorrow. So see if you do it tomorrow. I might wait till Tuesday.
Okay, cool. Russ, where can we find you as well?
Just find me at RuggyBoy101 or Russ Morgan on Facebook. And just want to say congratulations once again on your 1,000 members, Ryan.
Yes, congratulations.
We'll have a celebration party at some point. Let a few poppers off and Christmas crackers and put your hats on and all that.
See, Russ said he wants a few poppers off here.
Poppers and crackers,
You said it, not me. Oh,
yeah, we'll have some poppers of the other kind, Sam. Don't worry.
He wants to do some poppers and do a bit of this. That's what he said.
No, there's school people watching, so be careful. Just be careful.
No, Rich is going through the studio app and it's saying, one sec. For the Arsenal Watchalong, I've now got 137 likes. For that Watchalong.
It was all me. Don't worry about you, it was me.
That's bots, that is. Don't worry, that's bots.
Yeah, probably. I was literally, because I was on there about 2 minutes ago, it's like at 20, it was at 28 about 5 minutes ago. I've just gone on.
It's those schools, they're making the difference already, mate. All the classes are watching them.
I'm a bit concerned that Stoke High School and a fucking primary nursery have subscribed and suddenly things are going up in that sense. And
not the other sense, no.
Yeah, no, hell no. That's for someone else to deal with. That's for that idiot that we talked about earlier. He can deal with all that. He likes having kids on his channel. That's all I'm saying. Q the 10th for his dislike on his 10th account.
He's demonetized already. Oh god.
Oh dear. But yeah, guys, obviously thanks for coming along to the 5th watch along this weekend for the Premier League games. Obviously we did the Arsenal one, the main one earlier. It was 0-0. It wasn't great. We've done this one. Got 3 goals in this one at least. It was one-sided.
Yeah, this one was more exciting. It's great watching other teams play because you're not worried about it.
They score goals.
Yeah.
When was the last time we did that?
Might have been one-sided, but you know what? We won. Liverpool won 3-0. Fucking hell. I mean, there's 3 goals in this one. Jeez. Having goals in a fucking watch long? Never. But Brownie's asking you, Russ, do you have a channel yet?
No.
Oh dear.
Well, I finished work on the 11th of December, so I might. Well, I'll have a look at doing something.
We'll sort something out. We might even bring.
I've got to think of a name. I haven't got a name yet. I'll have to put put a Twitter poll out or something. I'll put some.
Don't ask Medina. Don't ask Medina.
No, I'll think of some, and then I can put a Twitter poll, and then I can see which ones like some options.
But as I was saying, thanks for obviously coming along and having a laugh with us all, for keeping me company for the whole weekend as well. And back tomorrow for obviously the player ratings, and then after Tuesday I'm over on Sam's channel for the quiz. Wednesday we're back over here for another special, not similar to what we did on last week for the Only Fools and Horses, but now we're doing 40 Tales this week. That because we did a poll that came first, so that's going to be the first one we do going forward for the next few weeks. Then we're going to take a break because obviously Christmas will be coming up. Then we'll reassess and we'll see how received that is. If it's well received after Christmas, New Year, we'll start it up again. But it's 40 Tales this week. Basil 40, 12 episodes we've got to basically cover. John, I like the 40 Tales. I think it was a good laugh for what it was. Hopefully the guys, Sam, Russ, and Melvin, and the guys others will be available. But once I know that, I'll let you know on here and social media again what time that will be going out. Probably around the same time, 7:30 on Wednesday. Thursday we've got the Watchalong for Mulder, and because it's away, probably be early, but I'll have to double check that. And Friday, no plans yet. Saturday, probably do a preview for the Wolves game, and then obviously Arsenal Wolves on Sunday at the Emirates.
You're not playing FIFA anymore, or not?
I am, but just got to fit it all in the schedule now because all the games are kicking fast now, so I've got to fit it all in, haven't I? No pun intended, by the way. That's something wrong in every level. Big up, Mark. Same great show, guys. Catch you in the week. Yeah, as I say, you'll see a lot of me during the chat throughout the week as well, even on this channel and on Sam's channel, and probably on others as well. But yeah, if you haven't already, go and subscribe to Sam's channel so you don't miss that as well. And do turn the notification bell on. You really don't want to miss that on Tuesday, especially with Brownie's bloody drunk. Oh God,
carnage!
Oh dear, morning carnage! Bloody hell! Hell on earth! Oh my God! But until then,
it's gonna be a laugh. It's gonna be a laugh.
But yeah, if you haven't already, do subscribe to the channel. Do share the channel around. Do smash the like button or dislike button, whatever you want to do. And follow the pages on Facebook, the Football Fan Zone, the Mr. Arsenal podcast. Give them a like, give them a follow. And until then, guys, as always, up the Arsenal. Come on, you guys.